10 inspiring tips for a successful long-distance relationship. The strongest of relationships are often built on three things: love, trust, and respect. If you think about it, it's a simple formula. Anyone willing enough to abide by their unwritten rules is on their way to finding an honest, unconditional, and genuine connection that can last a lifetime. However, long-distance relationships are a different story. The same love advice you often read about is not enough to manage its overlapping and more complex setup. This is because aside from the physical distance that couples have to deal with, the emotional and mental stress that anyone who is so far away from that person who makes their world whole is just too much, especially if it's their first time to be in love. If you're one of the poor souls who are slowly failing the challenges of being in a long-distance relationship, don't give up yet. Instead, let this video help you find your way back to a happier and more optimistic future with the person you love. Here are some inspiring tips for a successful long-distance relationship. By the way, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. For more videos like this, hit the subscribe button and remember to click on the notification button bell. Thanks for supporting our channel. 1. Accept that being away from each other is going to be different. Like what was mentioned earlier, being in a long-distance relationship can often subject couples to strange and unfamiliar circumstances, and that's where the worst starts, especially if one or both of you lack the experience and maturity to handle a serious commitment. A long-distance relationship reveals the worst and the best in couples, and the first step that one should take is this: rewrite your rule book and be open to a new definition of a long-lasting relationship. 2. Be in each other's everyday life, but observe limits. It's good to be a part of your partner's life even if you're thousands of miles away, but you have to realize that sometimes it can create unnecessary pressure and heavy obligation. Do you have to know what they had for breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Is it essential to tell you every detail of his night out with his friends? Do you actually have to know what she wore for that party the other day? Be supportive, stay connected, but allow both of you freedom, space, and time to be free and independent. 3. Learn how to express how you feel even without words. Communication and the failure to express how someone feels about something are hardest in a long-distance relationship. Sometimes it's not just about talking, texting, or choosing the right words. It's more about the manner, the sincerity, and the willingness actually to make it work. During the worst times, words won't be enough, but actions will and can make a difference. 4. Other people's experiences won't be the same as yours. Asking your friends about their own experiences of a long-distance relationship can be enlightening, but it doesn't mean that you have to follow their advice and take the same steps that they did. Remember that everyone has fought and won different battles, and although their stories can be inspiring, your fight will be different. That's why it's important to make decisions and take every step of your long-distance relationship journey according to your terms, your own experiences, and your judgment. 5. Trust in the promises you both made to each other. It takes a tremendous amount of trust and courage to accept that trying to make a long-distance relationship work is actually worth it. The long phone calls, the occasional fights because of an unanswered text message, the fear of losing them to someone new. These can weaken even the strongest bonds, but whenever these thoughts come knocking on your door, just close your eyes and remember the promises of better days and a happier future. 6. Beware of boredom and what it can make you do. Most long-distance relationships tragically and heartbreakingly ended just because of one seemingly simple yet lethal element: boredom. Boredom often ignites an act of rebellion, a false promise of breaking free from the loneliness and sadness of not being able to be physical with the person you love. Boredom leads people in a long-distance relationship to make the most unexpected, spontaneous, and, most of the time, regrettable decisions. 7. Remember that you're not the only one suffering. You're both on the same boat, and you're sharing the same longing and loneliness, but apart. You have to realize that you're not the only person trying your best to make the relationship work. You may have different ways of coping and dealing with that heavy feeling of being away from each other, but both of you want the same thing, to make it through it all more robust and happier finally. 8. Never let paranoia make the decisions for you. It's inevitable to overthink and feel paranoid, but don't stay there too long. Snap out of it and never let these negativities ruin your inner peace. More importantly, don't make decisions based on assumptions and unproven generalizations, creating realities inside your head, especially false realities that do more harm than good, is just too unfair to your partner. 9. You both have every right to have fun, even now with each other's company. Don't deprive yourself of fun and enjoyment just because you're in a long-distance relationship. It's not wrong to create the best and most unforgettable moments of your life without your significant other. If he truly loves you, he'd be happy to see you happy. It's that simple. Be kind to yourself and live your life to the fullest without feeling guilty about it. 10. View this distance and time apart as an opportunity for individual growth. Long-distance relationships can either make or break you. But first, you have to decide how this stage in your life will affect you as a person and as a partner. Instead of considering this as a trial, a challenge, or a burden, look at it as an opportunity to grow and learn. Nothing good comes easy. You've probably heard of this line before, and its message endures because it speaks of the realities of both love and life. If you want to experience the truest, strongest, and most genuine kind of love, you have to give it everything you've got, no matter how difficult or challenging it is. It seemed that we loved each other better when there were large swaths of 2 continents between us. The daily work of love was often hard to perform at home. Alexa and Heman, please leave your comment below if you have anything to share with us. Thanks for watching our video.